raising a family. We have singers. So we had to go. Big enough.
Victims of a little bit of overkill here. Okay, I think right here we can see our axes. That's got a whole stick thing that goes on top too. Yes. I know, I love it. So much fun. No upright. No room in my apartment for that, but yeah, that's why I can do it. It's not that different. We've been playing like cumbia.
Oh, right.
Yeah, digging into that.
What's a cumbia based on?
I believe so.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Almost bachata.
Yeah, very, very well. So, not a lot of, it's not the most interesting bass stuff, but I like the grooves. And I'm playing with, you know, a group of Mexican guys. I've been able to, like, you know, the deeper you dig, the more there is to learn. And the feel is pretty specific. So hopefully I'm getting a handle on it. I love the Brazilians. I love it. Well, this is his second new phone number and a number of things.
Mandolin size. Electric. It's basically electric mandolin.
He does. I'll get you. I'll send you a text of those things after the show. Come on, Dibs.
Yeah, we call it fan frets because it's meant
Is that a bass?
the green one is so he did it so it's like
You still teaching away from?
No.
Oh, okay.
oh yeah.
And I retired from the neighborhood ABC school teaching.
Oh, I bet it feels good.
Yeah, it's nice. It's really
Yeah. Nope, there's some explorations. I don't know, this goes to some computer somewhere and stays.
Bring things to another level.
Yeah.
This is in church?
Yeah.
Oh, this is great. These are like room sound.
Yeah.
I better watch my I just don't want to leave this. I feel like it's safer where it is. It works very nicely. A little bit denser.
stay here?
My mom's in India.
Oh, actually staying she was coming.
Yeah. But yeah.
Good to see you guys here. You live somewhere nearby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're in Westwood here. It's kind of a little far to drive, yeah.
is Frank's nephew. And this is John Richards, who is he's a recording engineer. I'm good. I'm glad you're here. I saw your dad.
Recording engineer.
My wife. We were left. Oh, well, I might have a copy of it. Yeah, so good. Well, it is a lot, you know. I've, Valentine's been rough in some ways, but this is I've held honest. And now, as I've been thinking about it, but anyway. But it's okay. That's what we're here. Yeah. Yeah, he's got his guitar and he and Monet are gonna play with the trade floor. Let's not get ourselves started before it starts. No, it's okay. Anyway, great to see you. See you later.
Let me know if you need any help with anything that I can at least maybe ask questions.
Yeah, well, really, we're going to do the first half, I mentioned it, and then we just got to pull all of our stuff forward here, which I think we have. The first, those chairs there need to go where the platform is for the music. Otherwise, we're sort of ready. As long as my saxophone.
Yeah, it seems to be a thing.
Let's take a walk together.
Good morning. Thank you all so much for being here. This is really wonderful. Wow, so great to see all of you. And we are here today to celebrate the lives of Frank and Geetha Bennett, who, as you all know, were wonderful people, and we are just here to celebrate their memory and to be together. We're here and we have to go on, so we will. I'm so honored that not only that you all came, but so many people have reached out to me for support and love, and it's really been quite overwhelming. I got a letter from a wonderful musician named Mark Rossi a few moments ago. It came express from some delivery service that was like overnight, and he just wanted to say that Frank's spirit lives. He was one of the greatest human beings and musicians I ever knew, and along with Geetha, completely changed my life. I was so saddened to hear of his death, but his legacy will live on. Frank set a musical and personal standard to which I continually aspire. This is quite beautiful. Thank you, Mark. That's Mark Rossi saying hello from Connecticut. Boston. So my parents, my mom also was incredibly wonderful and affected so many people's lives. And my dad has just passed recently. My mom passed 5 years ago. So we did have a service for her. And quite frankly, I was in such shock that I didn't really have the ability to plan something. So my apologies for taking a long time to put this together, but I really needed a little time to process and to get together what I feel are some amazing musicians. And one of the things that really embodied my parents' life in so many ways was music, as you all know. And I know from speaking to my dad, especially, that he would have wanted a remembrance of his music, and that was the most important thing to him by far. He was really quite, embodied of the music, and he always was thinking and practicing and working on music, and it was really quite something. And my mom too, she really, really was. And they met in such a beautiful way. And instead of talking a lot today, what we're going to do is we're going to listen to music, we're going to celebrate their life, and we're going to play a lot of my dad's music, which I think many of you have not heard his music. I think it's really wonderful, and I'm proud to share it with you. And we're going to get started. We have some photos that I put together from the old days, so enjoy those. And we're going to start with Madhukar and his brother. Please join us on stage. This is one of my mom's wonderful students, and my mom loved you so much, and she really was so proud of you as a musician, and I'm honored to have you here. So we're going to have a little bit of music to open the day, and if anyone would like to say a little something, let me know, no problem, and we will continue on. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Madhu. That was beautiful. Can you say yes? Thanks. That was really wonderful. I just want to say hello and mention that I hear my mom and you're playing, and it's really beautiful. And there's such a beauty in Indian music that when your students absorb your style, and it's just a great honor to hear that. And I also would like to comment that I am always in awe of the incredible discipline it takes to play Indian music. And I'm going to play in a little while, but I just am really humbled by the amount of musicianship and depth it takes to play Indian music. And you're amazing. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. Beautiful drum solo, the mridangam, the veena. If you have something to say that you'd like to say hello, or Madhu, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. The piece I played was Sarasa Samadhana by Tyagaraja. One of Geetha's favorite. She taught me a long time ago, and she kept bringing it back to revise, and every time she taught a new song in the class, if there was time left, and she wanted to play Sarasa Samadhana all the time. And usually Frank used to teach Mridangam when my class was happening upstairs. But by the time my class was getting over, Frank would be free. He would walk up and he would pick up a kanjira or a Mridangam, and he would join us with Geetha and I playing on the veena. Sweet memories. I learned a lot from both of them. Miss them so much.
Thank you so much. That's beautiful. In keeping with that Indian tradition, I would like to present to you my mother's veena, which is over here. I'll bring it over for you. Please hold on to this one. Thank you so much. So as you know, this is the touring veena where we have modified the gourd. She really liked that because it was easier to get on the plane. So this is a beautiful one. This is a tradition of Indian music to pass the instruments on to your prize students. So I am honored to give this to you, and I am glad it has a home. Thank you so much, both of you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Okay. We shall continue on with some more music. Indu's going to play, and she was kind enough to play at my mom's funeral, so I am honored to have her come and play a little bit. And then we will have Shubha Chandramali and Nirmal will play, and we will break for lunch, and then we will have a wonderful jazz concert. It'll be something completely different for you. So I'm very excited, and we have wonderful musicians. And please take a moment. I would, if it's okay, I would like to say a quick prayer. God, we thank you for today, and we thank you for Frank and Geetha Bennett, and we thank you for all of the lives that they have touched and for the beautiful music that they spent their lives creating. And we are going to go on as they told us to, and we're here to celebrate their music. So we will do that. And I'm so thankful to everyone at this church that has been so helpful. Thank you so much. And yes, please. We're going to do a little setup, some more music, excuse me. And so, please, say hello.
Hello. I'm Krishna. I don't know if a few of you might know me as Frank's student. So I know there'll be a lot of people talking about the music, so I wanted to say a few things about Frank that he taught me that were not related to music. So I was a graduate student at UCLA, and I've seen Madhukar play many times upstairs, and we would try to match him downstairs. But, you know, setting aside the music, Frank was a remarkable person. And he was truly special. And I wanted to say, he was decent. And, this is, unfortunately, we live in a time when, decency seems to be in short supply. So, this is, I would spend a lot of time in the house, and very little time was spent on the mridangam. Most of the time, we would be talking about, politics and India, and I keep, thinking he was very decent. And, it's very hard to get him to say harsh words. I think once he said George W. Bush is an idiot. I think that's I think, fair title. Frank, I work for NASA. I'm a civil servant, and you might be wondering, who cares? But the reason I say that is he taught the notion of service. Okay, I mean, I don't think he was very keen on making money. He was more interested in spreading music, knowledge, and to me, I think of that as service. A lot of musicians spend a lot of time doing public service. So that's what he instilled in me, and I always feel that, I'm here today. One of the reasons is Frank and what he taught me. And, thank you, Anand, for putting this together. And, I was, when Geetha passed, Frank called me. I was in San Jose, and I was so touched. I cried, and he didn't have to call me. He just called me and told me it happened. And I only wish I made more trips to Los Angeles. But, it is what it is. So, I don't want to take all the time, but, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Can she use your Veena?
When I was very young, I asked my mom what death was. And she said, when God told Adam the night was coming, he was very afraid. But when the night came, he saw how beautiful it was. And I always thought about that as, where did she get that story? And how did she know about that? And how did she tell me that? And it's something I've remembered for a long time. So I keep in mind that we're here to try to serve each other and be together, and that time will come to an end, unfortunately. So we try to make the best of it, and that's what my mom and dad have taught me. So I am very honored to be here and honored to be with all of you. We're going to hear from Indu, and Indu is going to play. We're just working on some technical details. This touring Veena actually is one of the reasons why we made that, is so we would have some of the technical assets of the newer instruments, but we will get it to work. Any luck? Oh, there we go. We have the feed? Okay, we'll see if we get the feed coming in the middle. Wonderful. Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, we will continue on with a little more Indian music. Would you like to announce the piece that you're going to play?
Good morning. I'll be playing Sobillo Saptaswara in Ragam Jagan Mohini and set to Rupakatalam.
Inu, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you for being there for my mom and for my dad and really for my family. Thank you. You were there when my mom passed and she loved you very much. And thank you so much, sir, for being here today. Thank you. Thank you. That was really wonderful. We are going to continue on with some more music. We're going to have Shuba and Nirmal are going to play as soon as we strike. Give me one moment. If anyone has anything they would like to say, just come forward. We'll say hello. We are live streaming at the moment, so I'm seeing lots of wonderful comments coming up and many people from around the world, from India especially. I think they're awake now. It should be about 12:30, 1 o'clock in India, so that's wonderful, and they are saying many wonderful things. And I am very honored to see the Carnatic tradition come through. I was not so able to play Indian music in the way that I felt was right. So I always gravitated towards Western music and jazz, okay? And I decided to follow that path, and I'm here. But I am so honored to see these wonderful musicians carrying this on. This is really something, and thank you for being here. You're just singing? Oh, okay. We have a goose step. Is it okay to hold the mic, or are you?
I don't know.
Distinct. Hi, everyone. I'm Shubha Chandramouli. I was a student of Geetha Auntie. And I was actually first introduced to Frank. He played kanjira for, I play the mridangam as well, so he played kanjira for my mridangam arangetram. And right after my mridangam arangetram, I started learning vocal with Geetha Auntie. And I had obviously been listening to S. Ramanathan sir's concerts and music for a very long time before starting with her. And then I remember there were obviously many concerts that stood out to me, but there was one song that I continuously listened to of S. Ramanathan's that he sang not of his, but that he sang in concerts that I always really loved. And so my very first class with Geetha Auntie, I asked her to teach me this song. And she was always happy to teach whatever I asked, even if I came in with crazy ideas and crazy things that I wanted to learn, she would always still very happily teach me. So this was the second song that she taught me. And so I'm going to start with this. Nannu bravo lalita Nannu bravo lalita vegame Nannu bravo lalita vegame Nannu bravo lalita shalanil nu neranam niyunavadugada Nannu bravo lalita shalanil nu neranam niyunavadugada Nannu bravo lalita shalanil nu neranam niyunavadugada Sodari Kaumari Uma Shri Meenaksham Shankari Uma Shri Meenaksham Shankari Om Maharani Rakshim Pasamayamide Om Maharani Rakshim Pasamayamide Nandu Prabhu Lalita Shalanil Nuraram Niyunavadugada Bhakta Kalpalatika Nandu Prabhu Lalita 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 The next song I'll be singing is a composition of S. Ramanathan sir called Bhava Priye Bhavani in Ragam Bhavani. I think Madhukar and a few people said before, in my classes with Geetha auntie, a lot of times if Frank wasn't in class of his own, he would come and join us in class. And I remember Geetha auntie would always say, oh, Frankie, Shubha's here. Come play kanjira or come play mridangam in her class. So he would usually bring his kanjira in and play for me while I was singing. And we had half of the class, if not more than half of the class, was usually spent laughing at something or talking about something. But Geetha auntie always had a really good time teaching me songs that included chitte swaram in it. One, because I'm also a mridangist, so I enjoyed the rhythmic aspects of chitte swaram, but also because when Frank was there playing for me and him always had such a good time going back and forth with the swarams. He would join in for the chitte swaram portion, and we would just go back and forth a lot and have a lot of fun in those. So this song it's a funny class in my memory for me, because the song itself is in a very somber ragam, like it's pretty melancholy. But when the chitte swaram portion came, we were just laughing like so much throughout the entire class. So that's what I remember. Bhava Priye Bhavani Bhava Priye Bhavani ga ma ri ga sa ri ni ri sa sa ni sa ri ga sa ri ni sa da ni pa da ga ma ri ga sa ri ni ri sa ni sa ri ga sa ri ni sa da ni ma da ga ma ri ga sa ri ni ri sa ni sa ri ga sa ri ni sa da ni ma da ga ma ri ga sa ri ni ri sa ni sa ri ga sa ri ni sa da ni ma da ga ma ri ga sa ri ni ri sa ni da ri ga sa ri ni sa da ni ma da ga ma ri ga sa ri ni ri sa da ni ga ri ma ga da ni ga ri ni sa ri ga sa ri ni sa da ni ma da ga ma ri ga sa ri ni ri sa da ni ga ri ma ga da ni ga ri ni sa ri ga sa ri ni sa da ni ma da ga ma ri ga sa ri ni ri sa da ni ga ri ma ga da ni ga ri ni sa ri ga sa ri ni sa da ni ma da ga ma ri ga sa ri ni ri sa da ni ga ri ma ga da ni ga ri ni sa ri ga ri ni ri ni da ma da ni da ma ga ri ga ma da ni ri ga ri ni da ri ni da ma ga ri ga ma da ni ba ba priye ba ba ni ba ma ba ri ba ga hi ba ba priye
That means so much to me. Thank you so much. That was one of my grandfather's favorite and most well-known compositions, and I'm overwhelmed that you know it like that. It's really, wow. Nirmal, I've known you since you were a very small boy, and you are an amazing musician. I'm very honored to have you both. That was quite something for me. Thank you. And with that, we are going to break for lunch. Please enjoy lunch in Kai Hall, which is out the door. I would like to also mention, please help yourself to some of the music that's in the back room. I have many more copies of all of the items that are there. And if you need help getting a phonograph player, I can help you do that. Really, I have some friends who can help with that. I know they're not readily available, but I'd like to share that music with as many people as possible. And with that, we will break for lunch for about 40 minutes, and then we will have a feature of my dad's music, which I have not ever been able to do, which I do regret that I was not able to do it while he was with us, but I know he's with us now, so I'm very excited. So we'll see you in about 40 minutes, and right at this moment, I'd like to play a piece that was written for my dad by a great musician named Tom Fay, and he sent me this piece the other day. I really liked it a lot. It reminded me of some weather report things that I had heard, and I really wanted to play it. So enjoy that as you enjoy lunch, and I will see you in 40 minutes. Thank you for being here.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So just check. Oh, yeah, it's good. One more. Your mother left already? She's in India, yeah. Right, yeah. She's coming up on the 20th, right?
Yeah, just kiss her for 20. I don't know exactly. Oh, yeah? Running away from me?
Are you in the same key as the song is in? Or is the drone a different key? Because we could drone for you, or...
So for, sorry, I'm like, so I have my Shruti box for the chromatic song, and that's actually going to be an F sharp, so it's very different than what I'm actually going to sing in.
Okay, no problem. Just so we
So
know.
I'll keep my Shruti box, and I'll sit for the first part, and then,
Oh, you want to sit? Okay.
yeah, for like the chromatic song, but then for
Can you,
these guys.
can you sit here? Okay, we need the risers to get these guys out. Okay.
Yeah, I'll sit right now.
Hey, I'll get going.
I actually don't know when you asked me to sing, but cool, awesome. I'm a very baby jazz musician, so I'm mostly a chromatic musician, so this is new for
Can you help me fight? You need it right here? So you don't need the tall stool?
Am I gonna be in your way over there? Like, Jimmy, did you get the pleasures line yesterday? Yeah. Oh, great. Yeah, let's do that last one really fast. Try to do it as fast as possible. Not as fast as possible, but yeah, the last one a little bit faster than the recording. If you don't want to, I can count it in if you want. Count it. Play your, yeah, do whatever you want to do. Science, where at? One more time. Welcome back. So I just wanted to say that I'm very honored to have joining with me Mr. Jeff Fuller, who was the best man at my dad's wedding and in 1975, and he played Johnny Be Good on the guitar, and 30 years later he was telling that story, and because everyone loved it, and it was a really special experience for him, and that was a great one. I see some pictures of you up there. That's awesome. We're going to continue this half with some of my dad's jazz compositions, which perhaps you may not have heard, some of you may not have heard. Everyone I've seen here has had a personal relationship with my parents, and I'm very honored to see you, and thank you for being here. We're going to play a few of the compositions that I know to be written around the time I was born, when my dad was in his fusion phase, although when I would ask him about it, he'd be like, yeah, that was fun. But he didn't say much else, but I found some records on YouTube, actually, and went and asked him. I was like, what is this? This is a very progressive album. The guitars are all distorted, and there's all kinds of effects. And he was like, yeah, that was fun. That is one of them, the Expansions album, which, Jeff, you're on. I had an amazingly funny exchange with my dad about that, because we saw it on YouTube, and he was listening to it, and he just looked at me. He said, how did this get up here? Who put this in? I did some research, and it was someone who was posting rare fusion albums from a long time ago that they thought were great. There was some Holsworth there, and there was some great stuff, some like Gary Burton and Matheny stuff I had never heard. And I was really, I was very honored that he would do that. But we listened to it. My dad just was looking at me, and I was like, what? And he goes, so how do I get paid for this album being up on YouTube? And I was like, okay, Dad, we have to have a talk. That's not how YouTube works. And he was like, what? That makes no sense whatsoever. I was like, oh, man, I got to go post some of my own music up there. It's a different world. It's a different time. But it was wonderful to see that up there, and that, you know, this is the sort of homage to the younger Frank Bennett, who would do some fusion stuff and would do a little more electric keyboards. And so these are some of these compositions. We're going to start with something called The Pleasure's Mine. And I'm going to feature Javier Santiago, Jimmy Brandley, and of course, Jeff Fuller. Thank you so much for being here. So here we go. This is a composition by my dad, Frank Bennett, called Prelude. do it up. Yeah.
Thank you. Jimmy Brandley on drums. Jeff Fuller on bass. Javier Santiago on keyboards. I'm super honored to have you guys here. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we're going to continue on with, okay, so I've got something special for you, which I think is like cuteness overload, but we're going to hand it over to the younger generation for a moment. If it's okay with her, I'm going to accompany her on bass, and we're going to have her play a jazz standard, and I think it's just wonderful. So I'd like to just say a quick word about Christopher Lord. Christopher Lord is a wonderful friend of my parents and really was so helpful to my dad. He was extremely helpful, and I just remember when my mom would always talk about people who are not your blood, who are your family, she would bring you up every time. She was like, Christopher is our family, Absolutely. And didn't know you that well, and remember thinking, wow, this guy must be really great, and he must be a great person. And you are. You are a wonderful person, and she loves your wonderful family as well. And so we're going to bring Sky up to to play the piano, and she's going to, what song is it? It's Autumn Leaves, yes? Okay, we're going to do a wonderful version of Autumn Leaves. She's going to come up. Let us get situated for one moment. We would also like to have join with us my wonderful cousin, Michael Bennett. He's my dad's brother's son, and my dad's brother, Gary, is here too. I'd like to say hi to him. Gary, thank you for coming all the way from the East Coast for this event. We really appreciate that so much. Michael, too, is lending his talents, and we are going to do a little tune with Sky. Let's get some cymbals up there, and we will continue on. Okay, so if it's okay, I'm going to say hi. Okay, tell us your name.
Sky,
Okay, so this is Sky, and how old are you?
8,
Okay, and how long have you been playing the piano in your extremely long life?
3 years.
You've been playing the piano for 3 years. What I heard the other day, that's amazing. That's wonderful. Okay, so you've come a long way in 3 years. Well, I've been playing 30 years, and you're way better than me, so I love it. Okay, so how do you feel? You're okay? Okay, don't be nervous. Everybody gets nervous, but it's okay. It just means you want to do a good job. So also you have to wait sometimes for things to come this way, that way. So we are moving along on schedule. I'm so happy to see everyone. And after this, we are going to continue with Brad Decter's octet, and Brad has brought some incredible musicians to come and join us. I'm incredibly honored to see some of my idols up here, and really, it's just really something. So we are continuing on. Sorry, it's so fast. I apologize for that. Okay, so you're going to count it off, and you're going to go? Okay, good, good, good. How about that, huh? Wow. Boy, I gotta go home and practice now. That was great. That was beautiful. That was Autumn Leaves for those of you. That was actually the first jazz standard that I learned, and it was the first jazz standard that my cousin learned independently. It is one of the, classics that you learn as a youngster. So I'm so glad that she's learning that. And we all remember learning Autumn Leaves for the first time, right? It's part of the jazz tradition, and I'm really glad to see you, and I'm honored to have you here, and I hope you remember this when you're older and we're like, oh yeah, I tasted the bright lights and it was really great. I got my first taste of a good gig. I just thought it was a good idea. So then I decided. So yeah, I'm so happy to have you. That was really wonderful. And boy, I've heard you do that. You don't miss a note. It's unbelievable. That's really something. Wow. We are continuing on, and we're going to have a wonderful treat where Aloka is going to sing a little bit of Indian music and a little bit of jazz. And she's going to come up and join us now. I think we are going to do. You're going to be okay here with the riser? Okay, so we're going to do, if it's okay, we'll do Blue Skies. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to play on it. Yeah, if you can. Yeah, and then we have our piano player. Well, yeah. Okay, well, I might. Okay, so we have the boom stand. Do we not have that anymore? Do you not? Boom stand. That's okay. And are you going to stand for the jazz?
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Aloka. Of course. I studied Carnatic music with Geetha Auntie for 16 years, and I have to say I'm a little out of practice, but I wanted to celebrate both Geetha Auntie and Frank Uncle today. I recently started taking jazz vocal lessons about a year ago, and Frank Uncle was a huge mentor for me over the last year. I mean, I would say that both of them are probably like the biggest, most significant influences for me in like every major decision of my life. And as of late, I think that it has been such an honor to be able to honor both of them through their respective arts, and then just build a little bit of knowledge in something that meant so much to both of them. So this is my way of honoring both of them, singing both a Carnatic song and a jazz standard today. But I have to say, it's really unfair that I have to go after Sky, because that was amazing. It was so good, and I can only hope that once I start to learn a little bit more of jazz, that I can get to your level, Sky. So keep doing what you're doing. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay. Okay. I'm going to be singing Matangi in the Raga Rama Manohari with Tala Rupakam. It's a composition by Dikshithar. Matangi Shri Raj मातंगी श्रीराज राजेश्वरी मामव 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 मातंगी श्रीराज मातंग पदनादिगी गुरु गुह जननी तनिनी मातंग पदनादिगी गुरु गुह जननी दनिनी मातंग पदनादिगी गुरु गुह जननी दनिनी मातंग पदनादिगी गुरु गुह जननी दनिनी पंदस्मित महादेव मनोलासिनी तनिनी मातंग पदनादिगी गुरु गुह जननी तनिनी मंदस्मित महादेव मनोलासिनी तनिनी मातंगी श्रीराज राजेश्वरी मामव मातंगी श्रीराज राजेश्वरी रमा मनोहरी रमा मनोहरी राकेन्दु शेखरे सुखकरे रणकिङ्किनि मेखलाभास्वरि सुन्दरि रमा मनोहरि राकेन्दु शेखरि सुखकरि रणकिङ्किनि मेखलाभास्वरि सुन्दरि रमा मनोहरि राकेन्दु शेखरि सुखकरि रणकिङ्किनि मेखलाभास्वरि सुन्दरि वाममार्गप्रियकरी Vama Marga Priyakari Shankari Sarveshwari Vama Marga Priyakari Shankari Sarveshwari Matangi Shri Raja Rajeshwari Mamava Matangi Shri Raja Now the transition to standing. Blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song, nothing but bluebirds all the day long. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by, when you're in love, by how they fly. And blue days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Aloka. Yes, and Aloka she studied with my mom for 16 years. It's amazing, and you can tell, it sounds amazing. And she's one of the only people, as my dad pointed out to me, who can sing Carnatic and jazz and kill it in both styles, which is very, very difficult to do. Not that it's imperative, but that is really something. And he was he really loved your singing a lot. In fact, when he heard you sing, the last time he heard you sing, he couldn't stop talking about it. So I thought it would be special, and it was very special. You sound amazing. That's beautiful. Thank you. We are now going to continue. Okay, so Brad is going to bring his wonderful set of musicians up here, and I am going to tag along and play with them, even though they may not know that. I am. So I would like to bring up a very wonderful student and friend of my mom's, Usha Narsimhan. And Usha has been so helpful since my parents have passed, and she's been such a blessing. You're like an angel, really. Thank you so much. Do you want to say something? This is Usha, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? Yeah. So when Frank passed away, and I called Anand, this was just a few hours after, and I asked a very mundane question. I said, "How are you doing, Anand?" And he said, obviously, he said, I don't know what's happening, Usha, but I have to put together a memorial for my parents. I was taken aback, and I paused a little, and then I said, "You know, Anand, why don't you give yourself a couple of days to process what's happened just now? It was pretty unexpected and sudden. And then you can think about it. And of course, you must, the community would feel lost if you didn't put together something." And then a couple of weeks later, I said, "What's happening? How are you?" And he said, "Usha, I need to put this memorial for my parents." I said, "Yeah, Mom, take care of the funeral, and then you can start planning." And then the next thing, when I checked with him a few weeks later, he said, "It's going to be at Eagle Rock." And I said, "Do you want any help from me? Where can I pitch in?" And he said, "I think I got a handle on this, and I'm going to do it." So I said, "Wonderful." And I took off for India for 2 months. I came back and I checked with him, and he said, "I think everything is handled. The last thing left is I have to put this collage together, and then I'm ready, I think." And I said, "Do you want me to do something?" And he said, "Why don't you come a little early and just be there for moral support?" I said, "That's easily done. I can do it." And what I want to say is, for Geetha and Frank, music was at the heart and soul of everything they did. Every action, every spoken word, every thought circled back to music for them. And today, Anand has shown us that he comes from Geetha and Frank. Today has been about great music, and the finale, the way, Aloka, like she gave us Carnatic music and jazz. Geetha and Frank tried their best to teach me to appreciate jazz. I like it, but I couldn't figure out what it was all about. But it was the music, and this is what today I can't stop thinking about Frank and Geetha, because yes, the music, the day was about music. What they did together with their friends and family was about music. But look at the open invitation. It was for the whole world on Facebook. Please join us, right? And participate in any which way you like. Share whatever, whether it's a song, you want to play, you want to sing, you want to speak, please come on over. That's so typical of a son of Geetha and Frank. And then the location. For Geetha, she would never compromise on location. You know, location was important. The setting had to be right for the music. And Anand again has proved that he is their son. Last but not least, the food. You know, it was wonderful food. And wrapping it all up, right? We all get mementos, keepsakes of their beautiful, wonderful music, their father's music, their own music for us to cherish, save, and keep for our children and our grandchildren. Thank you, Anand, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you. I should be thanking you. I'll just mention something that happened recently. I was taking care of the burial, the cremation affairs for my dear dad, and I was kind of all by myself, and I was I felt kind of overwhelmed. And I remember saying out loud to my mom, "Mom, I really wish you were here for this because I need your help." And when I came to the funeral home, you were there and Reika was there. And I was like, "Mom, you sent 2 angels to help me." It was really something, and I really felt that it was her helping me. Thank you. I will thank you. Thank you so much, Trisha. Every time I need help with anything, she's there. So really, I should be thanking her. So we're going to bring up the Brad Dector Octet now. Everybody ready? Okay, I'm supposed to vamp. Okay, for all the Indians in the audience, vamping means to extend the time. And you want to... Yes. Oh, yeah, please. Oh, okay. You guys are in. Okay. As we introduced Jeff earlier, Jeff was one of my dad's, I think you're my dad's oldest friend, his friend. And we're honored to have you here. He flew all the way from the East Coast. Hi, Jeff.
And boy, are my arms tired. Okay, get that out of the way. No, one is enough. I did want to say a few words about both Geetha and Frank. I met Frank my senior year of college and first year of graduate school, and it was a very, very competitive atmosphere. I went into composition at the Yale School of Music. Frank was there, and one of the things I wanted to say was he really changed my life. And actually, it's a theme ongoing about the influence that both Frank and Geetha had on so many lives, right? So at the end of my first year in the graduate school, Frank was in the second year, we had our composition recital. And I played something, I had a group, maybe a quartet or a quintet of playing this very obviously modern music, because in those days you didn't write traditional music. You wrote whatever was avant-garde and the most crazy stuff. And Frank's pieces, by the way, really were very, very down to earth. Frank, as you all know, was earthy, and so his music was earthy too. I always loved how Frank's pieces sounded. And here's how Frank changed my life. After the recital, Frank came up to me, put his arm around me and said, "Hey man, I liked your piece." That changed my life. That there was somebody who liked my music. And from that point on, that kicked me into the music career that I've been in ever since. And God bless you, Frank. Anand mentioned that I was at Frank and Geetha's wedding. That was, I won't talk about it in depth, but that was quite an affair in Madurai, India. I studied with Frank, with Geetha's father for a period of 12 years or so, and I still have S. Ramanathan's Veena. I own his Veena. He gave it to me. Okay, that's all I have to say. Carry on, Brad.
You can put that. We'll play.
All right, we're going to continue on with a few of tributes, songs that are written by my dad as tributes to some of our idols. And he really loved Mingus, He loved Benny Golson. For those of you who know Benny Golson, he's a wonderful saxophonist and a legend in the jazz world. And he wrote a lot of beautiful tunes. And amazingly, my dad was able to write songs that kind of evoked the vibe of the songs that those guys wrote. And I asked him one time, how do you do that? And he said, you sit down and you work it out. I was like, well, that's not the secret sauce. But okay, he's actually right in a very Zen-like way. You do have to sit down and work it out. But I love these songs. I'm honored to have Brad Dector here, and just want to say a quick word about Brad. Brad, also one of my dad's oldest friends, is responsible for helping my dad get into LA and for working and doing all the wonderful work you guys did together. And it was through your, helping him and letting him break into an incredibly difficult and competitive field where the competition is crazy and you have to be the best, and you were the best, are the best. And when you guys were working together, I mean, it was really something. And I really owe you so much, Brad. Really, you've changed my life, my family's life so much. And I was able to see a lot of amazing things as a young person, and a lot of great musicians and a lot of great writing that really changed me quite a bit. And when you said you were going to be involved in this, I was over the moon. I really am still. I'm amazed. I'm so honored. I'm so glad that you have time, and you brought some of the greatest musicians. I'm so pleased, and I'm going to jump in there and try to add something. Would you like to say a word or two? Sorry, I'm improvising here, just like when I play.
So am I. We will play, but let me just add that this is just the beginning of me giving back to Frank, because I did give him something, but he gave me much more, and I'll talk about that later, but this is only the beginning. So here you go.
Thank you. We're going to continue with a few of my dad's compositions. This is called Golson-esque, as in for Benny Golson.
One, two, 1, 2, 3.